Will we see a Mascot Towers buyout? Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and I want to look at this article which is highlighting a potential sell and buyout of Mascot Towers. So if you're not familiar, we've been following this very sad situation for some time. A mixed-use but majority residential apartment building in Sydney. There was structural issues. The building was deemed uninhabitable. And, well, for years now, the owners and people living there couldn't live in their building. But they've still had all of the costs associated with it, legal issues with the neighbouring developer, going to the government to try and get support or a bailout, and well, now there might be a solution to this mess because, I mean, you're stuck with it. You're stuck. What can you do? Bankrupt and go away? The bank could go after you. It's all a nightmare. So this is a real sad situation, everyone. So let's check this out. A potential settlement for owner-occupiers at Mascot Towers in Sydney has been offered more than 4 years after they were forced to evacuate the defect-ridden apartment building. Residents of the building in Sydney's inner south were faced with a massive repair bill after cracks were discovered in the basement in 2019. The New South Wales Building Commissioner, David Chandler, has offered owners the option of cancelling their outstanding strata debts and mortgages. But he acknowledged there'll be no winners, with some expected to experience a financial loss. I mean, they're all going to take a hit one way or another. But if you could get away without your mortgage, just leave that chapter of your life behind and move on. Bloody hell. How stressful would this be? Under the proposal, individual owner-occupiers would be able to sell their apartment to a third-party consortium as opposed to having to sell as a collective. However, 75% of those who own apartments in the building must agree to the proposal for it to go ahead. This has been part of the challenge with all of this, is what to do with the building. They've borrowed money to try and repair it, and then those costs have gone all over the place. They borrowed money for legal action. The thing with and we learned this on the last video we did on this topic, with a body corporate, you can't. Well, they'll still have to raise levies to take the money from you to cover all their costs. It's not like a company. You can't wind up a body corporate and the debts don't just disappear. They still have to get levies from all of the people, and the individuals will have to, I don't know what they'll have to do. Will have to go bankrupt. So when you're buying into one of these body corporates, your liability is not limited to your property that you own, but everything, unlimited. So, following this has just terrified me at the prospect of buying an apartment even more so. The consortium is expected to repair the structural issues and then resell those units. Mr. Chandler said embattled owners should have the opportunity to walk away and leave the building behind them. Yep. This is a very stressful situation for them, and I empathize with them, he said. People are sort of very keen to see an opportunity to leave this nightmare behind them. I remember there was one, because we've gone through, you'll see in the playlist on the channel, we've gone through the dilapidation report of the building done by the neighbouring developer, and we looked at a whole lot of things, even Google Earth reviews and that type of stuff of people occupying the building. But could you imagine being one of the people who bought just before this all happened? The option is only available to eligible owner-occupiers, but not investors. Investors make decisions to invest in a range of investments where their taxation arrangements are quite different and have negative gearing and capital loss opportunities, Mr. Chandler said. Eligible owners will vote on the proposal in February. In a statement, a spokesperson for the building commissioner said, each individual owner will be responsible for determining their preference for sale based on personal, financial, and legal advice. Those negotiations, including the potential sale of lots to a third party at the discretion of owners. To date, the New South Wales government has provided $21 million in accommodation or investor support to impacted owners. So the government has incurred $21 million here. This whole thing has been a complete disaster. And I mean, this is why Chandler's position exists now, trying to clean up the industry. And it's quite a challenge. So let's have a bit of a chat about this one. I could not... Well, no. I could imagine the stress these people are going under. And I would just want the stress gone. Cop the loss and start again. God damn, just years and years. This has to shorten your life. It's just so much stress. I guess the older you get, the more you appreciate reducing your stress in your life. It's one of the most valuable things you can do. So hopefully this is a way out and an end to this disaster for some of these people. What would you do? Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.